Good evening, everybody. Hello, Marianne Harris and Chris. Hello, Chris. Hello, Lighthouse Dreamer. What a lovely name that is. Hello, Lighthouse Dreamer. How are you? How is everybody this week? Have you had a good week? Hello, Chris. I've had a good week. I've been busy week. I have 2 grandchildren that I have to look after and chase after, so they keep me busy. Hello, Carisha. Hello, Carisha. What a lovely name. It's unusual, but I like it. Hope you like to say this week. The weeks are flying by. Do you think they're flying by because it's darker nights, or is it the fact that we're busier? I think it's a bit of both, really, isn't it? What's she saying? Hello, Chris. It's lovely when you can catch up with people on here at the same time, isn't it? And what I wanted to discuss this evening, do pretty good. Grandkids, yeah, they do keep you young, and that's the secret, isn't it? You know, when you've got your grandchildren, that at least you've got the energy for them. And you get the energy off them, and they get energy off you, but also they get the knowledge and the understanding of you, don't they? And I think when you become a grandparent, you've got a lot more time for your grandchildren. Not saying you didn't have time for your children, but you're bustling about, and they just seem to take things on a slower pace. And I think that's what it is. I mean, I've been with my granddaughter this morning. She's only 2. I have a little shop. It's called Hudson's Ice Cream Shop up here in Chapman, and near Clitheroe. And she had a little penny on this morning, and she were helping me out with bits of little jobs in the shop and doing a bit of sweeping. And, you know, it was just such a blessing to watch. And people were coming in the shop and saying, how old is she? I said, she's only 2. They said, well, you know, she's enjoying it. She's enjoying it, and she just likes to help. So that's what it's about, really, isn't it? Hello, Wendy Hudson. Similar to my shop's name. It's called Hudson's. That's wonderful. What I want to talk about this evening, and obviously I'm a spiritual medium and a healer, but I'm also, as you can see on the screen, a remote viewer. And what remote viewing actually is basically, it's an extrasensitive perception, or you can either call it psi, or you can call it ESP. And fortunate for me, I have this ability, and we all have the ability, but the strength, the practice, of course. So some years ago, I found somebody missing in the Bali earthquake alive. And she was called Steph, and she was missing for 15 hours. And I gave her mum some specific information on her whereabouts. Bearing in mind, I was taking a big responsibility because she was a police officer's daughter in the question. And she was found alive, safe and well, on the Isle of Bali. So since then, it's took me on a bit of a roller coaster, really, of finding animals and objects and items of jewellery for people that've lost them. I mean, somebody asked me the other day if I could find a gold mine for them. I said, trust me, if I can find a gold mine, I'm sure I'm going to find it. Hello, Elif. What a lovely name. Elif. Lovely. So the thing is with remote viewing, it's basically, like I said, an extrasensory perception. You can actually see things at a distant location without any obstacles in the way, if you will. So it's about frequency, okay? So the higher your frequency and the more you meditate, the more you can actually get access to these information. Okay. And when you think about remote viewing is actually not a mediumistic faculty. It's a psychic faculty, which we all actually have. Some people have just lost the way. Hello, Linda Wallace. So it is a really interesting perception of your thoughts where you can actually retrieve information. You can retrieve objects. You can retrieve where animals are. You can retrieve where people are also. So when you think about finding something that you've lost, for example, whether it's, hello, Patrick Mahogan, nice to see you on here again. When you have lost something or you're looking for something, you know yourself, you put it there, you put it on that shelf, and you know full well that you did. And the interesting reason for when you put something down and you don't remember where you've put it, it always crops up because you've moved it, but naturally been consciously aware of moving it. So your subconscious mind knew where it was, but your conscious mind didn't. Okay, so to get access to your subconscious mind is what you create by meditating and developing your skill, really. And it just takes a time. Yeah, people seem to think you can buy this time, but you have to just basically sit. And as I was told by a lovely medium called Glyn Edwards, who's no longer with us, he advised me to continue to sit. And he did it on many of his seminars, and that's the secret. The secret of getting your sensitivity on a heightened perspective is by sitting. Is sitting in the dark or sitting in the light or a subdued light for twice a week, for 10 minutes, no more, and never lay down when you're sitting. Always sitting. Obviously, you're not going to lay down when you sat up, but some people want to slouch. You must sit upright, you know. So it's really important that meditation is key to have an extra sensory perception. Okay. And remote viewing, obviously, it's to do with a lot of numbers. Hello, Regina. It's basically a development of numbers, and obviously the US military used it in a Stargate project, and the Russians have used it, and also the people in China. But the person who coined this name of remote viewing was a gentleman called Ingo Swann, who is no longer with us, but he termed it as a perception that it's a practice, so you have to practice it. So further ado, hopefully this time next year, or maybe earlier next year, I have a gentleman from the US military who's going to be coming over to the UK. And if anybody is interested, he's going to be coming over to teach you how to remote view like they did in the Stargate. So if anybody's interested, you can contact me on mandy.paul@live.co.uk. And you can also catch me up on Facebook, which is Mandy Louise Paul. Okay, so hello. So let's get back to what I'm put on this screen to do. Hello, Jennifer. How are you? Windy Wales. Wow, so it's already catching up, is it? The windy Wales. Hello, Lighthouse. Oh, hello, thank you, Lighthouse Dreamer. Sorry. Trish Cook. Hello, Trish Cook. How are you? Tracy Boardman. Jennifer Sedman. Do you know, there's something about your name that really resonates with me at the moment, Jennifer. Do you know, before I came into this room, I asked Spirit who was going to be coming this evening, and I got a lovely gentleman name by the name of Josh. It sounded either Josh or Bosch or something, Boss or something like that, but it sounded like Josh. And I don't know if you can take a gentleman called Josh or Joshua. I just got that name. It just came in, and I found it very unusual, Joshua. Okay, I don't know if anybody can take a young man called Joshua. I feel like he's actually here. I don't feel like he's in spirit. I feel like he's here. But I'll just ask him if just give me some more information, because his consciousness is really quite what's that word? Hi there. It's really quite strong. I might not be with you, Jennifer, but hang on a minute, Jennifer. There's somebody else that's coming in right now. Okay, just had a lady that just come right in. Okay, come on, that a little bit closer. Okay, she's talking about roses, Jennifer. I don't know if you can take this lady who's talking about roses. I don't usually get flowers, to be honest, but roses are very important to this lady. I feel like that we're actually, okay, she grew roses. I had a boyfriend called Josh years ago. Oh, bless you, Jennifer. So you don't know whether it's his nickname. Okay. The interesting thing about him, when I felt like he was here, I'm not too sure if he was here or past, but he came right in right at the beginning. And he actually, okay. He also mentioned something that your mum grew roses, bless her. So I think he's fetched her in, really. There's something about I can just see roses everywhere, okay. And this I feel, okay, this gentleman's coming a lot closer now. I feel like this gentleman's passed. He's with your mum. I think your mum knew this gentleman because they've come together. But she just wants to give you a rose. And the interesting, strangest thing is, I expect to have red or white roses, but it's an unusual colour. It doesn't look like it. It looks like a blue rose. I don't know if you've ever heard of a blue rose, but she's just come with the colour blue. Okay. You were engaged at one time. Oh, bless you. But she just come in with this blue rose, and I don't know what blue represents for you, but for me, blue's healing. But she's just showing me a blue rose, and she's bending forward to give you this rose, Jennifer. She just wants to give it to you, okay? What a wonderful, wonderful lady. She was also very talented, this lady. Not just about her roses. I mean, you know, I don't know if you know about bonsai trees. I know it's a derivative of what we're talking about here, but she used to cut her roses in a certain way that made them shaped, okay? So they weren't just like a normal rose. You love the colour blue, bless you, but she wants to give you a blue rose. I think that's just showing her love for you, to be fair. And she's just showing me these rose bushes, but a normal rose bush in my garden used to grow all different angles, but this one's shaped, okay? There's something specific about a shaped rose or shaped rose bush, okay? Your mum did flower arrangements, bless her. Okay, she's just coming in with that. And these roses are beautiful, and they're all different colours, but they're all in sync with each other. Okay, they just look like a symphony of colour. Okay, she's just got a lovely energy with her. She was just saying that flowers really lift the room. Talking about maybe putting some flowers in your room, or you've sensed. Okay, so I go. She said you smelt roses recently in your room. She's just saying that she's just been around you of late. You've been asking questions. Okay, I'm just asking you what questions that you've been asking. Come on, that little bit closer. Look. She's talking about love. She's just talking about love here. Something about love, something that you love. Okay? Something about expressing this love that you want to do something. Oh, come on. Hello, Jacqueline. Hope you had a lovely birthday yesterday. But she's talking about love here. There's something about love with you. Okay? And there was something that's really close to your heart. She won trophies for arrangements. Oh, bless her. She's talking about you doing something here that's really close to your heart, she just said. And she says you've got to do your heart's desire. There's something that you're not actually that you're not doing, but she wants you to do. Okay, I'm just asking her. She just come really close with this one. Come on. Okay, she's just shown me a beautiful copper. I don't know if it's a copper cup or a copper vase. Okay, I can just see copper. There's something about copper, or it's some kind of artwork with copper. It just looks like a beautiful copper vase, which is unusual to put flowers in copper, but that's what she's saying. She just said they live long if you pour them in copper. Don't know what that's about. Everybody, there you go. Your flowers live longer if you put them in copper. This lovely lady has just told me. Come on. Okay. This gentleman has just stood outside and he's just doing that. I feel like he's I don't feel like he's been passed very long, but it's going back to when he was younger, this gentleman, and he's doing a bit of a wave at you. He's just looking at the screen. He's just doing a bit of a wave. Quite a cheeky chappy, to be honest. Quite cheeky. All right. I'm just asking what your mum wants to give you, but she's just going back to this copper, this ornate. It looks like an ornate vase. Okay. Bless her. Yes, I know what she's talking about. Watering can, and I have got pictures of her. Oh, bless her. There you go. She just wants you to. Oh, she said it's really good for the flowers. Is the copper. Okay, so she just wants to give you that. There's something about being ornate. Also, you're very creative yourself. Okay, and she's talking about stepping forward in what you do. Come on, I can just see artwork here, like paintings or oil paintings and such things, but not using brushes to do this artwork. Okay. I don't know if it's with your fingers or if it's with a different tool, but it's certainly not a brush. Okay, it don't look like a brush. It just looks like a piece. Okay, come on. I don't know, it just looks like a stick, if you would, like a little tool that you would use to curve and scribe, if you would. It looks like scribing of some sort. Okay, bless her. What a lovely lady she is. Okay. Oh. She's just talking about the tipple. Now, when I think of a tipple, I think of a little tipple, a bit of a sherry or something like that. But she's just talking about it's time to have that tipple. So there must have been something you thought about today, about having a tipple on, maybe wrapping some presents or maybe putting up the tree to have a little tipple. I mean, when I'm wrapping my presents up, I have to have a Baileys. I don't like anybody else. I don't buy it any other time of the year, but just at Christmas. And I like to have a glass of Baileys when I'm wrapping my presents up. I use copyright water plants. Oh. I've painted on my family and she used tools. Oh, bless her. Yeah, she's just showing me this and something that you actually have this ability also, this creative side to you, yeah? Bless her. With paint family. Oh, bless you. She's very talented, and you've also got these skills too. So maybe that's what she's asking you to do the same as what she was doing. I've just got another wave to give you from this young man that keeps wanting to give you a wave. He doesn't say very much. I don't feel like he said much when he was here, to be fair. He's doing just like a waving, a very quiet man, this gentleman that keeps coming with her. He stepped back now and she's just stepped forward. And she just wants to give you back that blue rose. Okay. And she's just cutting it in a way where you could actually grow a blue rose, she just said. Oh, bless her. Bless her. She's just got a lovely energy with you. She just wants you to, when you get these roses, she just wants you to cut the stems off and grow more. Okay? She just wants you to, it's really strange how she sliced them. Not splice, like a slicing off the rose then to grow some more. It's quite a good tip, to be fair, and I'm thank you for it. Do you want to give you anything else before she stays back? Okay. She just mentioned the initial T. I don't know if it's drinking tea or somebody with initial T. That's what she just come with me. Okay, I'm just going to ask her why she's giving me that, unless she's going to have a drink of tea, or you are. But there's just something to begin with the initial T she just come with, unless that's her beginning of her name, but that's what she gave to me. She just said it doesn't matter about my name. She's just doing that. It don't matter. She knows who I am. She can feel me. She can sense me. She knows I'm around. And she just said about the flowers, you're going to smell more roses around you, okay? Yeah, I get roses yet. Oh God, and Todd, her surname is. Oh, bless you. Well, there you go. She didn't want to give it. She just said it don't matter. She just said that. Bless her. Oh, I'll get the roses yet. Make sure you do, because that's what she said. Okay. You've got to keep the tradition going, she said. I'm just going to give something else before she said. I can just smell roses now. It's just beautiful. Just roses. The smell of roses is lovely. Come on, a little bit closer, love. Okay. It's really interesting. I don't know about you, Jennifer, but she's talking about a sailboat here. I don't think I've moved on, but she's talking about somebody wanting to sail. Or, okay. Was she showing me a sailboat or to sail something? You just mentioned about the estate. She's just talking about sail. It's going to be a sail. Okay. I don't think she's travelling on this boat. It just looks like she just showed me the ship. Okay, like a little sailboat. So that to me is there's something to be sold. All right. I'm going to see if she's got anything else to give you before she steps back. You know, she just said to make sure you get that rose bush that's in back garden or backyard. I think it's in a tub of some sort. I get the sailing. Oh, bless you. She's talking about this this rose that's in a tub. That you must take this rose that's in a tub. And I feel like she's had this one for a long, long time. It's quite special. Okay. So I'm going to ask her if she's got anything else to give you before she steps back. You know, she just wants to say to you, ta-ta. Okay. That's all she just said, ta-ta. Okay. So I'll leave a lovely spirit with you, Jennifer. So thank you for working with me. Okay. Let's see what we've got coming this evening. Okay. Let's have a look who's coming. Do you have any loved ones for me to put this out? Let's check. Hello, Julie. How are you? Good morning, Danielle. Hello, Bernadette. Patrick. Hello, Patrick. How are you? I'm going to see who I'm drawn to. I don't feel like I'm drawn to anybody just at the moment. I'm just going to ask him to come closer. Okay. I've just had this lovely gentleman step in. Okay. Do you know, I feel like I'm... Oh, come on. Who do you want to speak to? You come that little bit closer. Just had a gentleman that's just stepped in there. Oh, what's it called? Come on, that little bit closer. Patrick, I don't know if I can work with you because I just had a gentleman that just were pointing at the screen. Come on, that little bit closer. And this gentleman's wearing a top hat, okay? And he just said, I need to speak to Patrick, okay? So, come on. He's just wearing a lovely suit, and it's interesting because it's real unusual to see a man with a top hat on, because his top hat on is literally just top off his head, and he's like giving it to you, okay? So I think he's either showing it as come on, like a top hat, like saying hello to you, or it's a cheerio to you, or something about this top hat that's really important. I don't know if you can take this gentleman, Patrick. It's a very tall gentleman. I feel like he's like, oh, come on, a little bit closer. I feel like it's his grandfather. I don't feel like this is his father. Okay, he's just come really close, and he's just literally lifting his hat off to you. So literally he's showing it as a metaphor. He's lifted his hat off to you, okay? I'm just asking. He just stood there really smart. And he's got one of them pocket watches with your chain on in his pocket, okay? And he's just, come on, that a little bit closer. There's something that you've been doing. He's just really proud of you, this man, okay? And he just wants to come, oh, come on. It's really interesting because he's got like a beard, but it's all like shaped. Okay, great granddad, bless him. It's all shaped. He's very smart. I felt like he was either a politician or a policeman or somebody with a lawyer or something like that. He's really smart. You know, I don't think they called them lawyers in them days, or solicitor, whatever they used to call him. But he's a man of justice, I feel. Okay, and when he's lifting his hat off to you, there's something you've been doing of recent where he's really proud of you. He was gentry, okay? I presume that's something that's well-to-do, because as he stands here, he's very, he's also got a cane with him, okay? And it's really strange for this cane because it doesn't reach the floor. It's as though he just used to wear it under his arm, okay? I'm just asking you why he's coming with this, okay? He just wants to take his hat off you for something, the work you've been doing recently. I'm sensing some kind of, come on, that little bit close. Either raising funds or raising money or doing something for somebody that you would not normally do for. Come on, that little bit close. And the interesting thing with this top hat, it's got a red lining inside, and I can see it right inside. And he's just put some white gloves in it, okay? Okay, so he's just took he's getting quite comfortable now. He's took his hat off and he's put these gloves in this hat. Okay, so, okay. I think he's showing that as a metaphor that his gloves are off now, okay? So whatever has been going on, he just want you to let you know that everything's fine, okay? He's literally just whipped up that cane under his arm here and he's just sending you to stand tall with it, okay? There's something that okay. You're a valuable member of a group, okay? And he wants you to stay the valuable member of the group, okay? And, okay, your discipline's impeccable, okay? And everybody learns from you. They learn from you, even though you feel like you're being overpowering sometimes. He's just saying it's not that. You're giving them discipline. And he's really proud of you for the discipline that you're offering, because he said it's going to pay dividends in the long run. Okay, it's really strange because I feel like I'm him. He's just got this stick on. I have to stand up straight here, even though I'm sat down. I have to feel like I have to stand up straight and put my back straight. Okay, he's a very powerful man, under business in a bank, also farms. Bless him. He was very, yeah. That's the one. That's where I feel you just keep discipline, keep at it. And he said it's going to pay dividends with you. And he's going to be right with you, okay? And he just said you're going to hear him tapping his stick. Okay, when his cane, sorry, you're going to hear him tapping his cane. And there's something about white gloves. I don't know why you have to wear white gloves, but that's what he's showing me. Okay, he's going to show you fingerprints through the gloves. All right, fingerprints. Okay, you're going to wear gloves and you're going to see fingerprints. Yeah, so people will know that you are in this altered state of consciousness when you are touching objects, and he's going to see fingerprints on it even though you've got gloves on. All right, what a wonderful gift. I felt like he had some kind of gift also when you said he was on farms and things. Obviously we're outside a lot, but we were just talking about you'll feel the wind that comes. Okay, when the wind comes, you know you're in the right frequency and right state of mind. Okay, and also when you allow spirit consciousness to come closer, you'll feel the wind, but don't feel alarmed, but just embrace it. Okay, he's just come right in now. And when you embrace that wind, yeah, you will feel lighter. You will actually feel lighter. Not saying you're going to levitate, but you're going to feel lighter. And everything in the room there will start to feel lighter also. Come on, that little bit closer. Okay, he just said that you're going to hear his cane tap 3 times, all right? And when you hear that, you know you're in the right frequency, okay, for communication, okay? It's just going to come flowing through, okay? Oh, I'm excited for you, Patrick. I'm going to have to sit with you at some point. Yes, a cold wind, but it's a very gentle wind. It's not hot. It's not frightening or anything else like that. It's just softly coming through. And then when that comes through, then that's when it's time to speak. And he's going to be with you, okay? I'm so excited for you, Patrick. I can't wait to watch you, okay? So there you go. Come, that'll be clear. Oh, it's okay. He just wanted to put his hat back on his head now. He's took his gloves. He's got his gloves back on now and he's put his hat on. He said, but you just listen for the tapping, okay? 3 taps. He said you're going to hear his cane tap 3 times. Now he's just gone like that with his top hat and put it back on. So I'm going to leave his love and spirit with you, Patrick. So keep up the good work and keep that discipline going. He's so excited for you. And he's going to work through you, so you're going to know it's him. So thank you for working with me, Patrick. What a lovely man. My goodness me, what a lovely man. Okay, I've just had okay, come that a little bit closer. Come on. I've just had this young gentleman come in. Jason, he's just said his name is. I just got the name Jason, okay. I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay. I don't know if you can take this information, Michelle, but I just had a lovely young man come in called Jason, all right? Come on, Jason, that a little bit closer. The interesting thing with Jason is he's not a very old gentleman. He looks no older than 20, this young man, okay? And he's just come in. And the interesting thing, he's got they used to call it the basin haircut. So he looks like somebody from the 70s or 80s. Okay. Come on that little bit closer, Jason. Okay. He's telling me what he's wearing now. He's got braces on and he's got this woolly jumper under his braces. Okay. And they don't look like jeans that it's wearing, just like some kind of trousers. And the interesting thing with these trousers, they're no longer than 3/4. Okay. I'm going back a little while with this gentleman. It feels longer than 80s. But he's just stood here and he's got the basin. It's blonde hair and it's a basin cut. All right. Come on, who do you want to speak to, Jason? He's holding something under his arm, but I just can't quite see that. Actually. It looks like either a helmet or some kind of box that he's carrying. But it's a little box. It looks like a little box or a little helmet. I'm not sure if it's got an animal in there or something. He's carrying something under his left arm. I'm just asking him to come while he's coming with that. Okay, it's an helmet, but the interesting thing is it's no straps, so it's a little red helmet he's carrying. And anybody can take this young man called Jason. So I felt like with showing her carrying a helmet, I felt like it possibly on a motorbike. Okay, so he's carrying a motorbike helmet and it's red. Okay, it's just come with that. He's just stepped right in after that gentleman. Don't know anybody can take this young man. Jason's his name. Who do you want to speak to? Come on. Oh. He just said the name Teresa. Okay, it sounded like Teresa or Tracy. I don't know if it's a Tracy or a Teresa in the room. Well, anybody knows a Tracy or a Teresa has lost somebody on a motorbike. Okay, by the name of Jason. His name was called Jason. I can't see anybody called Teresa or Tracy, but that's what he's come with. Okay, it just said the place Pac-Man. The surname Pac-Man. I don't know if anybody can take that surname, Pac-Man. I'm not sure if it's called Jason Pac-Man or somebody who's in this room that's called Pac-Man with the surname Pac-Man. Jason Part. Sound familiar, but not the Jason part. Okay, so just see if we can go with this. We've just got the name Pac-Man. I don't know if Pac-Man resonates with you. But he's talking about Jason. I mean, he might be saying that he wants to speak to Jason. Do you know what I mean? But he was carrying this red helmet, and it had no strap, so it's going back a while. So obviously, it weren't formality until about maybe the 70s or 80s. I don't know, with a strap under, but it's just an helmet. He's carrying it under his arm. And what he's talking about here is just okay. He's talking about something to do with smoking. Okay, I can smell smoke with this young man. I don't know if it's smoking a cigarette or smoke, or involved with smoke or a fire or something, because I can just smell smoke, not a particular fragrance, just like fire smoke, if you will. Come on, a little bit closer. Okay. He's talking about a hook, something about a hook. He was hooked on something, or okay, he was hooked on something. Okay, right. Okay, I felt like okay, go on. He's showing it as a metaphor that it was hooked on a particular something or a substance for that matter. I don't feel like it's anything out of the norm that we all know, but he just said he was hooked on something. Okay, so I feel like it's possibly, I'm not saying it's drugs, but that's what I feel like, he's hooked on something. And the interesting thing with him is he's coming to apologise. There's something about apologetic. And he's just sat there now. He's sat there now, and he's looking. He's just looking at the screen. Died on a motorbike. I wonder if it may be him. My uncle died on a motorbike. It may be him, but there was something to do with smoke. So I don't know if it was the smoke from the engine, or it blew up, or something happened like that. I don't know, but I can just smell smoke. Not actually a particular substance, but it smells of smoke. Okay. And the interesting thing with his clothing, yes, you understand. Oh, bless you, Kirsty. He's just come in with something, because somebody's been asking for questions here. I'm not saying it's you that's been asking the question, but there's somebody been asking questions about possibility of getting a bike. All right. And they're not happy about the situation of getting one. I mean, you know, young ones today, they just want a bike, but it's a motorbike, a bicycle, anything that can move them from one place to another. I mean, these scooters now, the electronic scooters, everybody's on these scooters. But he's just talking about somebody here that wants to get a motorbike, okay, or wants to buy one. And he's just saying that it's not a bad thing that they do, because, you know, things are different now. It weren't like it was then, because then you didn't have no restrictions, there were no rules. And now they're in place, aren't they? So people are a bit more aware and understand, okay? And now they have people cycling and even motorbikes on the road when they say, watch my back, yeah, your son constantly, okay. Well, he's just come in and said it's okay. He'll be okay with it. It's just taking him on places first before you take him on the road, and fields and things like that, to get his time on a bike up, yeah? Okay. And also, I think a lot of children of today are disciplined. He already has. Oh, bless you. So the interesting thing is he's with him, okay? He just wants to make sure he goes through all the regulations, make sure he's got a good strap across here, make sure he wears all the gear that's necessary. He's almost 12. Bless him. How wonderful. He's just letting you know that he's going to be there. There's something about that's okay. Come on, a little bit closer. It's we're following in footsteps. I feel like there were stories told to him when he was young about his uncle. And he's very good. Well, that's the main thing. But he's going to be with him. But make sure he's got all the regulations, okay? That's always important. Thing that's important. Make sure he's got all the gear, all right? And if he needs it, I'm just saying this from my heart. If he needs a sponsor or anything else like that, get him a sponsor so he can make sure he's got all the right gear, okay? Come on, that little bit closer while you're coming. Okay, it's just explaining something here that I felt like that he did something. Oh, come on. Come on, that little bit closer. He's talking about somebody on the back of the bike. He's got it all. That's the main thing, Kirsty. That's all that matters. Okay. But there's something about speed here. He's just talking about speed. All right. There's something about. I know you're saying motocross, but I think he's looking into other angles of motorbiking. I don't know if he's going into speed bikes and such things, because I can see him on a different bike, not a motocross bike, like a racing bike. I can see him on. Okay. They're slightly different to a motocross, I believe. But there's something about the liking of speed. Okay. Come on, that little bit closer. I can see a trophy, actually. There's quite a huge trophy here that I can just see. The interesting thing about this trophy, it looks like it's got a lion's head on it. Like it's the King of Kings, if you will. It just looks like a lion's mane, the mane of a lion and a lion's head on this particular trophy. Quite a large trophy, which I find unusual for motocross, but that's what I can see. It just looks like a lion, unless that's that kind of logo that he wears, but that's where I can see a lion. So that makes him fearless. He's actually fearless. I think that's what they're showing me there. The fearless of a motocross race today, and speed, literally. Okay, I'm just guessing what he's want to come closer for. Okay, yeah, see. All right, he's talking about something with you here, okay? And, obviously, he's only young and he's doing what he's doing, he's enjoying it. And he's asking you to start to enjoy also. There's something about you that you've been stepping back from, where you wanted to do something. I'm not saying it's literally with motorbikes or anything else like that, but about you going forward. Come on. Talking about, I can just see, okay, driving lessons, but not in a car. Okay, some kind of lessons, but not in a car. That's what I can see with you. I'm not sure if it's either hang gliding or what's it called? Them biplane, like a biplane. I can see you either flying in one of those or hang gliding. Some kind of lessons that you wanted to take to the skies. Okay, I can just see that with you. There's just something about hang gliding or taking yourself to the skies. He said you must do it. We must all want to go forward in something that we want to do in our lives. Okay. He's going to be with you right all the way. Okay, he's going to be with you all the way with that. Come that little bit closer. Okay. An interesting thing is here, I can see you flying over a beach, some kind of beach here. I can see the ocean. So you set off on the sand and you're over the ocean. Okay, what a beautiful view it is. Wow. Let's see once again. Okay, I felt like he was quite an adventurous man when he was here. Very wanting to try all new things out. Yeah, so he's asking you to do the same. Every opportunity you get that's taken to the skies or taking a lesson in anything, just go for it, okay? I mean, I did a parachute jump some years ago and it was the best thing I ever did. I mean, that were me, but yes, it's very important we take all these opportunities that we get offered. Anyway, it's interesting now because he's put his helmet down, this red helmet. Yeah, adrenaline, yes. He's just put his helmet down now. And he's glad he got this message across to you, because I felt like he's been wanting to come through for it in a while, okay? And he's always with you. He's always with your son, okay? He's always watching, observing, always giving information that he's not aware of as yet, okay? Because I feel like he's quite a sensitive soul, even though he likes speed, okay? Come on, a bit closer. I also think he's sensed him anyway, or somebody in the house somewhere along the way. Some things have moved and such things, and he's been around him, and I think he's a natural. This young man, that this son of yours is just a natural in what he does, okay? It's just been passed on in a genetic lineage there. I'm going to ask if he's got anything else. He's just happy now. He just put the helmet down. He sat down and starting to relax. So that's a good thing. So at least he's come through. Okay, Kirsty, I'm going to leave his lovely spirit with you. Thank you for working with me, and good luck to your son. Okay, see, he's coming through now, okay. Okay, just another gentleman coming in now. There's a lot of gentlemen this evening. His name is George. Okay, I've just got the name George. I don't know if you want to talk to George on here or he's called George. I don't know who I'm going to at the moment. But I feel like this is somebody's father or grandfather who's just come right in. Okay, you're welcome. Come on a little bit closer, George. Okay, George. Oh, my word. This George, oh, my gosh, he's a lovely man. Now, this gentleman, he's got a flat cap on. I don't know, it's about hats tonight. It must be because it's wild and windy out there. I do not know. But, yes, very sensitive, bless him. You allow him to be sensitive, okay? It pays dividends for him in the future, okay? You're welcome, Kirsty. I've just got this gentleman that's just come in. I don't know if I'm still with you, Kirsty, but he's just got a flat cap on, this gentleman, and it's tweed. I know it's tweed because it's quite warm. It feels quite warm on my head. I've just asked him to come close. He's wearing a tweed jacket, and he's got a woolly jumper on here and these tweed trousers. Okay. He's not very tall. He's about 5'10", but he's quite a rounded gentleman. George is cold. Come on, George, a bit closer. Okay, come on. I'm not if I'm with you actually at the moment, Chris, because he's just looking at the screen and I can see Chris. Okay, I don't think this is for you, Chris. Okay. I've just had a gentleman called George step in. Okay, come that bit closer, George. Come a bit closer. Come that a little bit closer. Come on, George. Yeah, it's just explaining what he's wearing. He keeps going about his clothing. There's something about somebody here that's talking about their clothing also. And it's interesting, tweed, because when I think of tweed, I always think of Scotland. I don't know why. I think it's because they do a lot of weaving up there, don't they? But just got this gentleman. I don't know if this gentleman, I feel like a father figure with this man. George is called. He's got the tweed trousers on. He's got the tweed jacket on. And he's got, hello, Chris, I have a great-grandfather, George. See if it's that gentleman, Chris. And it's interesting because nothing phases him. He's really quite not phased about all of this. I feel like he was quite a spiritual man himself, to be fair, like a scientific kind of guy where he had a knowing, like a physics, like an understanding of molecules and such things, because he just come really close to me and started talking about atoms. Okay, and he's explaining to me why, and we're able to do what we do and communicate like we do. Okay, a very interesting gentleman. The jacket that he's wearing and the hat. He's not taking it off just as yet. Okay, Chris, is it okay? I can work with you. Okay, so you think it's your grandfather? I'm just going to ask him just to come a little bit closer here, see what else he has to give to you here. Now he's talking about cooking here. Now it's a strange question, but I can just see him making this bread, some kind of bread in this tin. Okay, I don't know if you made some bread today or recently, but I can just see this loaf in this tin, and he's talking about putting some egg wash on the top. Physicists? Oh, bless you. Well, he's talking about making bread here, and there's something about with you making bread. Okay, and what it is, he's just talking about the top of the bread to make it crispy. Just said you have to put egg wash on the top. I have no idea what egg wash is. Somebody must know what that means, but that's what he said. He's talking about if you want it to rise, he's basically telling me how to bake bread. Okay, so you'll be making bread soon. Well, there you go. He wants you to put egg wash on the top. And he's talking about using a specific flour. Okay. Oh, bless you, Chris. I'm looking forward to tasting it. But he's showing me a tin. It's got to be in a tin. He's showing me actually an enamel tin. Okay. You know what egg wash is. Thank goodness for that. So he's talking about an enamel tin. He says when you have enamel tins, when you bake bread in them, it helps it to rise, to do with the molecules, he said. He said you'll know what he means. So if you put it in enamel tin, he said that's what will make your bread rise better. Why? I don't know. But I'm sensing with what he's telling me, he's trying to show me. And he's holding this tin and he's talking about the heat, something about the heat. You've got your grand's old bread tin. Well, bless you, you must use it. And it just helps with the heat. So you need heat in an instant when you first make bread. And this enamel tin gives you heat all the way around the bread while it's cooking. Okay. Not just on the top or just at any particular area, but on the bottom. Okay. So just come in that little bit closer. He just took his jacket off now and he's starting to, and do you know something? Even though he had a jumper on it, I think it was some kind of tank top because he's got white cotton sleeves. I can just see white cotton sleeves being rolled up here. Yeah, he's probably right with the old white enamel. That's the one. You have to cook it with that. But he's just rolling his sleeves up here and he's getting stuck in. He's going to be with you when you're making this bread. Okay, and his hands look like shovels. But he can really get into, you said a special flour. It looks like gram flour. Is it called gram? I just come with the word gram. I've never heard of gram. I think I've heard of gram flour, but I don't know what it actually means. I think it's fine flour, isn't it? Gram, GRAM, flour. That's all I can see. Okay. Come on, okay. It's okay. Come a little bit closer. And he's just explaining to me how to bake bread. But it's also an interesting thing with this gentleman. As he's talking to me, he's talking quite fast, and he's got a really unusual accent. And he loved his food. He loved his food, everything. He just loved anything and everything, okay? And I feel like he likes spices. He's talking about putting spices in this bread, some kind of spices. Bless you. Okay, well, he's just talking about gram. Okay, and he just said, okay, that could be his surname also, bless him. But that's what he said, because his accent's unusual. It doesn't sound like it. It's not saying it's not English, but it's a real broken English to his accent, okay? Come that little bit closer. I felt like this gentleman used to cook, used to like to bake, used to like to make things, okay? All right, come on a bit closer. He's talking about putting spices in your bread. He said it gives it a bit of heat. He's talking about heat inside the bread by giving it, I don't know, maybe chilies or something like that. But I just can see different things in this bread, us unusual bread. Okay. Old English, yes, Scottish roots. Right, that's probably why I got quite grasp it. Speaking just a little bit fast. Bless him. But he didn't take any mess in. He got stuck in. Okay. And he's just asking you to get stuck in. He's also talking about selling the wares, okay? And it's going to be coming through you with different ideas for different tastes and textures in this bread, okay? He's going to bring forward how he used to make it. He said it's been lost. The way of making bread has been lost. He said, and he wants to show you how it should be made, okay? Okay, I can smell this bread. It's lovely. Do you know something? The interesting thing is just show me an antelope, a deer, with the horns, okay? I think that's what he's trying to explain to me, that it's from the Highlands. That's how I can see it. The green chili bread we make. Oh, bless him. It is a bit spicy, but it's lovely. I mean, I'd love to try that. It sounds wonderful. Green chili bread. Wow, amazing. And as long as it's not a Scotch bonnet, I think we'll be all right. But green chili bread. Ooh, lovely. Well, move over. What's she called? What's that lady called that's a famous cook? What's she called now? Mary Berry. Move over, Mary Berry. Let George in. Dear, when my yard this morning, 8 babies. Oh, bless you. I can just see this deer with his antlers. Beautiful. Come on, that's closer. There's something that we're looking at this morning also out your window. And I think he came right in at that time. You either thought about him or sensed him. Come on, that little bit closer. Because okay, it's interesting because he's just pointing to Wellingtons here. And just how he said it. And he came in, there's something mudder on the floor in the kitchen or something this morning. Because he thought of him when he had these Wellingtons on. Okay. He's asking you something really strange, but he's asking to dry the mud. Now, I don't know whether it's to cook the bread in the mud or not. Because I can just see loads of... And this mud's really quite deep and it looks quite warm, okay? I don't know if he actually cooked outside and made the bread outside in mud. I think that's an old technique, is it not? When they heat up the coals or something and put soil on or something and then put bread in, because that's what I can see. Oh, yes, the dog brought the mud in. Oh, bless it. But just talking about mud outside when you can cook the bread in hot soil. I don't know what that's about unless it's peat. It might be peat. Because they used to use blocks of peat, didn't they, to cook things, didn't they? But that's where I can see outside, baking this bread outside, not actually in the oven, outside. So you'll have to look into that, Chris, because there's something to do with baking bread outside. Come on, you got anything else to give this young? He's just so looking forward to you to try new ways, okay? And you're just coming in there, that you're just going to sense him, all right? You're just going to sense his energy around you when you're baking, okay? It's going to give you some real insights, okay? Okay. It's just strange thing as well as, I don't know if it's a Christmas spread. Yeah, yes, they had old coal stoves outside. Oh, bless you. He said that's the best way to make bread. But it's also showing me sticking cinnamon sticks also in bread too. which I find unusual, but it's just showing me cinnamon sticks. And is it star anise? Looks like a little star anise that's stuck in the top as well, like a garnish, but it gives it right nice flavour on top. Okay. In the snow, bless him. There you go. In the snow. Wow, baking bread in the snow. What a wonderful way of keeping warm. He's just so looking for. I can just see the star anise and the cinnamon sticks on top of this loaf here, and it looks beautiful. It makes everybody want to bake, doesn't it? Well, we'll get outside and start cooking. I'm going to ask if you've got anything else to give you before he steps back. He just said, don't worry about the mud on the floor. It just dries. You love all the wintry spices, bless you. But cinnamon's important, he said. He can put cinnamon in anything, he said. He can mix it in the flour, on the flour, with the flour, on the top, anywhere. I'm not saying you've got anything else. He said you can even wash your hands with cinnamon, he says. I don't know what that means about washing it with your hands. I think that will help it get maybe the batter off or something like that. But just come in with that cinnamon. You got anything else to give to you? It's just showing me a cross, actually. And the interesting thing about this cross, it don't look like a cross, like a cross that you'd see a wooden cross. It looks like bread tin that's got 4 compartments. Cinnamon is good for you, bless him. But yeah, it's just showing you these 4 compartments for this bread. There's something you have to stick in on the bread, and it looks like a cross. And I think it's just like an imprint that you put on when you bake it. I don't know why he's showing me that. But he said it gives it texture. That's what he just said to me, gives it texture. Unless he wants to give you before he steps back now. He just wants to remind you about the egg wash. Okay? So I'm going to leave his lover's spirit with you, Chris. So thank you for working with me. What a lovely man. Okay, so who's coming in now? Okay, I've just had a lady that's just come in, and she just said her name's Christine. You're welcome, Marianne. Christine or Chrissy. Okay, I don't know if I'm still with you, Chris, but I just got Christine. Okay, I don't know why I'm coming with. She just said actually that she's called Christine, or she wants to talk to Christine. Okay. Okay, okay. All right. Anything for you, Linda? I don't know if you can take a Christine or a Chrissy, but that's what she wanted to be known as. That's my great aunt. Thank you, Mandy. You're welcome. You are Chrissy too. All right. Well, I just got Chrissy or Christine. A lady just stepped in outside of him. I'm wondering if he's related to him, if it's a grandmother. Because I can't understand the word that this lady's saying. Okay, she doesn't sound like she's talking English at all. Okay, so it could easily be that she's coming in also. But very broad accent with this lady. I'm going to ask if she's got anything to say. She just said, okay, your name is middle name is Christina. It's okay, I can work with you, Christina, because when she said it, she just coming in, I sound like Christine. But it could have easily been Christina, okay? This lady, I felt like you've got some kind of connection with this lady with the same name. Or Christina, that was her name, or maybe a family name, because she's just coming in with it. She's not a very talkative lady, but she's also got a lovely accent with her. She's got a right nice accent, okay? Okay, come on, that. She's talking about baking here. She's talking about muffins here. This lady used to like making muffins. Goodness me, there's a lot of cooks in here this evening. She wasn't one for saying much, but she did a lot, okay? She wasn't a talker. She was more of a doer. She says, I wasn't a talker, I was a doer. Okay? And she just come in and she said, she's talking about baking some muffins. Or somebody today was talking about baking muffins. Okay? And they were thinking of this lady when they thought about it. Come on, that way, a bit closer. Come on. She's got a lovely energy with her, this lady. She's talking about, okay. She's talking about, you know the game with what they call them, little crisscrosses in a ball. Is it called jacks? She's talking about playing jacks. No, she jumped from that to the other, but she's just talking about playing the game jacks. There's some kind of memory here with this lady. It's an unusual game to play. You have to drop the crosses and you have to pick up the ball. You're not sure who it is. You're not sure who this is. Okay, Linda, I'll just see what else that She gives anything out. But if anybody else can take this information, but she said she was called Christine. Okay, I thought I was still with Chris, but she said Christine. I got more Christina. I'm not saying it was Christina. Slovenia Romanian accent. It was an unusual accent. I've never heard of an accent before. But she's talking about games, playing games. She played games more than actually what she spoke. She did more than she thought, than she spoke. Okay, she was an action lady. She wanted to do things. I'm not sure if I'm still with Chris, actually, to be honest. Because that's what she shouted out, Christine or Chrissy. Come on, let me closer. She just showed me the initial D here as well, if that can differentiate from Chris to Linda. The initial D, okay? It looks like D, D-E-E, okay? So anybody could take the lady's name or a gentleman's about D. Come on. Now, the interesting thing with this lady, she's showing me a lathe. I don't even know what a lathe is. It's a piece of equipment, I think, a lathe, in joinery. I'm going to play jacks from the side of the family. Oh, bless you. You know a David, Linda. Does David work with a lathe? Is he a joiner of some sort? Are you learning to play jacks? Oh, bless you, Chris. No, I know a David. I can take DD. Oh, I wonder if she's still with you, Chris. I'm trying to differentiate it. But I got this piece of equipment, which is a lathe, which you use in joinery or woodwork. Okay, you could take DD. I don't know if you can take your dad. You know a David, Linda. I don't know if I'm still with you or Chris, but it's just showing me a lathe which separates from the D to the DD, David and the DD. But it's joiner, working with joinery and wood, this gentleman. Okay, Linda, I don't know if you can take that, Chris, but it just can see a lathe. I think that's what you use it for wood making, joinery. Okay. Can anybody take this information? You can't. Yes, I'm absolutely take woodworking. Oh, bless you, Chris, because that's all I can see. The lathe, yes. Okay, well, she just came right in and just showed me a lathe about working with wood. I think she's just coming with about this wood, making this bread again, that she would use a lathe to cut the peat blocks for this fire. In with that straight away after him. Bless your lathe, yeah, that's what she just come with. Okay, sorry, Linda, but there's still people here. Oh, your dad was a carpenter, Bernadette Connolly. I don't know if you can take a lathe, Bernadette, or if your father was a joiner, because I actually got the smell of wood, lots of smell of chippings and wood, to be fair. He was a joiner. Bless you, Bernadette. Thank you, Chris, for that. She must have just stepped in briefly. Okay, it's just come in. I can just smell the chippings and the joinery, the wood. I can smell cedar. I can smell pine. Lots of different fragrances of wood here. Okay, come that a little bit closer. Okay, now just talking about. I don't know if that's somebody that's here with you or that's his name. Okay, come that a little closer. Your dad was a carpenter. Bless him. There's something creativity about you, though, Bernadette. Using a lathe here. Or a smaller version of a lathe, okay. And the really interesting thing is, I can actually see, he was a builder too, I can actually see, I don't know if you know, what's it called, stained glass windows, where they use lead to make stained glass windows. There's some kind of creative art here I can see. It's either with jewellery, he was a builder too, bless him. Okay, well, I can see some kind of stained glass windows here, which you use lead, and you need to make lead windows, but I can sense something with you that you're making some kind of glassware or something like that, some kind of working with lead. All right, so lead that you make, like use like stained glass windows or some glass work with you, because I can it's just coming in with the energy there of being creative. Okay, he was as creative. And the interesting thing about this wood that I can smell, he was specific about his sizes of things. He had to be just so, okay, a bit like an engineer, really. When you're building things with wood and such things, his precision was spot on. He worked on churches, bless him. I can just see the lead work here in the glass. It was just so, it had to be just so. There were no that ran off and nothing leaked or anything. It was just spot on. His artwork was amazing. It's interesting because I can just see arches here with him, and obviously there's certain different side. But the interesting thing is archway, so it looks like an arch door. You know, it must be really difficult to make an arch door, but that's what I can see with him. I felt like he could turn his hand to anything, okay. But it's really specific. It's going back to the lead windows here and the glass, okay. And something with you that also is talking, come on. I can see glass work with you, but to wear, okay. And it's interesting how is your think it's maybe jewelry. Yes, he was a perfectionist. Your brother's an engineer, bless him. And there's nothing wrong with that. Baking's engineering. I don't know if you knew that, but baking's engineering also. And he's just come in there and he's just talking about doing some specific work with glass. Okay, now I automatically think of glass necklaces, but it's something different. It doesn't feel like it's something that you wear. Okay. Come on, a little bit closer. It looks like some kind of either ornate work or some kind of ornaments. All right, that's made with glass and with lead, which is unusual. You never see anything like that, do you? You know, you never see an ornate glass lead vase, do you not? But that's what I can see, something that okay. Come on, a little bit closer. Okay, it's talking about something to do with some joints here on a window. I'm sensing there's some kind of different window that you used to build. I don't know if it's a sash window, but it's a strange one because it opens out that way instead of going up and down like a sash window. The precision is just top notch. It's just unbelievable. And there's still work of his here that you can still see in places. He's just coming, I think, as well with the energy for you. There's something that you need energy for, okay? And he's just coming in to give you some more energy. Okay, so I think he's showing it as a metaphor with the lead, where you're feeling quite heavy. He's just asking you just to get into a bath with salt in, okay? And a bath with salt cleanses the whole body. Okay, and he's just coming that little bit closer. I felt like he used to love hot baths. Because he used to get in baths with salt. He's asking you to get a bath of salt. There must be like a ritual or some kind of scenario with salt. Okay. I have problems with my windows. Bless you. Well, he's gonna. Okay. He's actually just saying it should be going out instead of up and down or something. So there must be something that's made a bit of either wood glue or some kind of lubricant on there. Okay. We're just talking about getting into baths with salts, okay, just to give you a bit more energy, so it'll give you a bit of a boost. Yeah, way down, yeah. So just so it'll lift everything off. The salt will dissolve anything that's in your auric field, okay, and it'll just allow you to feel lighter. You're developing your mediumship. I sense that there was some kind of either tarot with you or, okay, I just had a salt bath. Oh, bless you. Do you feel better? You should feel better from that, okay. It's just, okay, come on. When you're developing your mediumship, this is coming from me now, not from your father, but it's just explaining to you that sometimes when you get a salt bath, burning frankincense is a really good thing as well that you can inhale while you're in a bath. Okay, and what actually that does, it clears your auric field. Okay, windows are stiff. Yeah, I'm just sensing maybe putting a bit of oil on them. I'll tell you what's a really good thing to put on stiff windows is olive oil. Would you believe? Not necessarily oil, but olive oil is really good too for squeaky doors and windows. I know WD-40 is a good one, but oil is also good. Vegetable oil or olive oil or anything else like that. Okay, but it's just coming with that energy there. There's something about your readings that you do, your tarot. I just can see tarot cards here. And the interesting thing is I'm sensing you could design your own. Okay, there's some kind of design work on your cards that you want to use. He's talking about something about that. Yeah, I've read tarot. I've done for 20 years. He's just coming in there and he just said you can draw your own. There's some kind of artwork here that you can actually interpret upon your cards and make your own cards. And that's what I can sense with you and sell them so people can buy them and, use them. You can put in your energy into those as well. Come on, a little bit closer. It's just showing me that, okay, it's just showing me an image now of two hands. I don't know whether that's what you use on your cards or you're thinking of doing that, but it shows you about two hands. Yes, your own cards. You've tried olive oil, bless you. But just show me an image there of two hands, okay? Yes, on your own cards. That's what he's just said. He wants you to put them two hands on them cards. That way then you can either do it either or, he said. It allows you to use your hands to be creative. You are an artist, bless you. But that's what he just showed me. He wants you to do something like that with two hands, okay? He also said he wants you to do it with like a lead design with that and bright colours. He just said he wants you to use bright colours with that. No dull colours, just bright ones, okay? I felt like he was quite a spiritual man and quite lots of energy with him. And he could turn his hand to anything. You know, he was a really talented gentleman. Let's give anything else, okay. He's just been talking about a flurry, all right? He's just been talking about a flurry. So I wonder if that flurry is something, a flurry of cards, or, you know, when you drop a load of cards and they flurry down. I don't know, just got the name flurry. Okay. He's just saying there's going to be a flurry. So when I see feel that word, I feel it more than sense it. The flurry. It means that there's going to be a consistent sale of these cards, okay? He just says you're intelligent, you know. He just says she's intelligent. He just said that to me, all right. All lassie's intelligent. Yeah, all lassie's scold you. All lassie's intelligent, okay. And he just wants to tell that to you. And he just said it's time to use it, okay. But he's just showing me that symbol again with her hands. He just keeps showing me that symbol, yeah. So he knows what you mean by that. I'm going to ask you going to give you something else instead, but it's really interesting now because he just showed me a shopping trolley. Okay, so whatever that represents with you, the shopping trolley is important. He just said around the world, something about around the world. Okay, so I'm suggesting you're going to be selling these cars around the world. So I'm looking forward to that. You said you are intelligent. You just said, oh, lass is intelligent. So there you go. You've got to use it now, Bernadette. And that's from your father. But he said he'll be selling them around the world. Okay. I'm going to got anything else before he steps back? No, he says, make sure you use that intellect. Okay. He would say that. Time to use it. So there you go. To listen to him now. So I'm looking forward to your cards. I want to thank everybody who's worked for me this evening. So I'll send his love and love with you, Bernadette, and thank you for working with me. Okay, so I want to thank everybody who joined this evening. Hope you enjoyed it as I did. And my name is Mandy Louise Paul on Facebook, and my email address is mandy.paul@live.co.uk. So thank you for working with me this evening, and I shall see you all next week at the same time. Thank you and God bless.